name you Pringle. Come back here, Pringle. Good morning, y'all. I'm Willie, and this old boy I'm sitting in right here is Booger. Today we're doing something special. We're at a local lake with a footpath or bicycle path that goes all the way around the lake. The local mountain bikers really love this place, and this is going to be a special day today. We're going to do it on a bicycle built for two. I'll explain more on that later. So at this point, I guess I have to ask you, want to go fishing? Here it is. This is a Sun Rev MX. What started out is a fairly basic beach cruiser, single speed. A bicycle that Sun Company built to emulate the bikes from the 80s, really. You can tell really from the handlebars and the style of frame. And there, see, I'm looking at myself, and isn't that great? Technology is awesome. Anyway, what I did was took the single speed out, making it a 3-speed that I can control from up here on the handlebars. That's a nice grip shifter there. Added some small fenders because those tires had a tendency to pick up rocks and throw them right in your face. Added a shock seat pole, a little bit more comfortable seat. Turned my bike bag into a tackle box. Got all my tackle inside of there. And added a fishing pole mount, screwed right to the luggage rack. That is built out of a handrail, I believe that came off a boat. It was aluminum, so I don't have to worry about the rust or anything like that. I also changed the front sprocket, and that also is actual parts from the 80s. A local bicycle shop here, Village Bicycles in Hilton, Newport News, Virginia. I got all the parts I needed there to do this entire thing, and this bike has become the all-purpose fishing bike. So when I say a bicycle built for two, it's built for two purposes. Sun built it to be a cruiser, and then I added on and rebuilt it to take care of my fishing needs along some of these paths and trails. Now, this is not no die-hard mountain bike, but first gear on this thing, I can almost climb right up the side of a building with it. So we're going to go out and do some fishing, and I wanted to give this Zebco a second chance at doing a little pan fishing because I really enjoy this thing. So with that being said, let's get out there. Say that little spot looks promising. Let's see what we can do. And stupid me only brought one battery, so now I've got to fish like I'm in a tournament. Here's the old telescopic thing happening here. A little bit of that going on. We're going to do a little flinging, see what happens here. One thing I will tell you out here: prepare yourself when you come. The bug spray. What I'm using here is a little paddle tail swim bait, dark center, and a chartreuse tail with a red jig head, which I have found in this lake they tend to go after pretty well. So hopefully we're going to catch a few little panfish today, some crappie maybe, something along that lines. Also, I find fishing lakes to be trying, because I would rather be in a river or a creek any day of the week, because I really like fishing rocky bottoms. This kind of stuff, as you can see probably out there's limbs and trees and stuff, and if you let these things sink, you might as well kiss that bait goodbye. Oh, there. Ladies and gentlemen, first fish of the day has got me under a stick. And he came out and went back under a stick. There he is. All right. Oh, look at that. Yellow perch. That is really cool. These are beautiful fish. I've never caught anything in here really that big as far as the yellow perch go. But it's a decent size one for this little area that I'm in. I love these little guys. They are just cool looking. They are like the streamlined sports car Ferrari of the lake. Great looking fish. All right, first fish of the day. First species of the day. Yellow perch. All right, fella. Back you go. Grow really big. All right, spot number 11,402. At this point, I think I've probably ridden to North Carolina. I want to go down here on this 45-degree angle and see what I can do without falling in. This looks like a good spot. Another place where people evidently used to swim. Honestly, I don't know that I would. I've seen some snapping turtles in here. I'm pretty sure could sink a canoe. I'm sure wouldn't want to be accidentally thought of as food. Oh, I got a nibble right there. I got a nibble. And a nibble's good. A nibble tells you things. A nibble tells you two things. There's fish here, and it could be too small to even catch, but we're still going to try. Battery's probably going to die before I can finish the episode. Well, what are the darn odds that I mess my cast up and catch fish? I think we can. Okay, battery's totally dead. I'm hoping to even catch this on here. But, you know, I started catching some fish just about the time that the battery died. We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin. This just into the WGF newsroom. YouTube fishermen, a new technique has recently been created by the host of Wanna Go Fishing's Willie Gray. If you're looking for a 100% guaranteed way to catch fish, try this on your next outing. Take only one GoPro battery. Film every useless fill-in possible. Then milliseconds before the battery completely dies, you're guaranteed to catch a good fish. And many more fish afterwards. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. Alright, what we did was we biked on over to another spot. This is a couple of ponds that belong to, or I guess you should say, some friends of ours live on them. And they were convenient. Nice bike ride over here, about 2 miles. We're going to see what happens in here. I'm just going to fish from the bank. It's not going to be anything special. Eventually I intend to come back in here and fish with a boat. So we're just going to fish from this dam area right here. This side is about 5 feet above the lake. This side is more in the 12 foot above. So we're going to fish over here because I got some structure over here, it looks like. paddle tail swim bait is not. Oh, almost put that in the tree. Got that back. That's one of the things I love about the trigger. You know when that thing is headed somewhere you don't want it to go, all you got to do is grab that trigger and it comes right back. All right, he changed up to a little bit darker color with the chartreuse tail. See what happens with that. And that other one just wasn't giving me the action that I wanted to see. When you fish in new areas, you gotta be willing to change baits every so often. Try different colors. Try different feels. Slow. Drop it. Let it fall. Fast. Oh, we had something right there. Whatever that was hit evidently right when it went into the water. I do see a rather large snapping turtle. He's got his nose sticking up over there just... Oh, I got a hit right doggone there. I'm looking at snapping turtles. I gotta watch what I'm doing. Ooh, that was a good one. Got to be something in that. Right at the bank, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, quite literally on the top of the water, because I am about 5 foot above the water here. Hey, stop that before you put that dang hook in me. Now, he ain't no monster by any means, but that's probably what hit it before. Bluegills, they're such pretty fish. Hence the blue on the gill. Yes, I get it. I'm curling your tail at it. Anyway, now, see? I'm throwing you in the grass now. Get you out of here. There it goes. You know, when you live in an area that doesn't really have rivers and creeks and streams, it's almost hard to fish sometimes like this, because lakes and ponds and things of that nature. Look at that. I'll tell you what, if I get 2 or 3 more of these, I wouldn't have a lot. When I was a kid, we used to call these potato chips, because they weren't no bigger than a doggone potato chip. I name you Pringle. Come back here, Pringle. You stuck your little spines in me and flippy flappied out of here. All right. This is going to be the last color of the day. We got a nice pink with some silver sparkle in it. And let's see if it's just a whole bunch of fish that just like to, they want to have some fancy colors to try. Oh, I think I actually caught one. I actually got one. I'm stunned, dumbfounded, baffled, and amazed. Wow, you got some weight, do you? You're actually trying to fight. Look at that. Oh, come here. Don't you stick them spines out at me. You like pink. You like pink, I know you do. Look at you, you're saying, yep, like pink. I drop every daggone one of these fish before I can get him looked at real good. Slimy little rascal. What just happened? I saw the fish get that, and he took that doggone thing right into a stump or a stick or something. I can see the dang bait right there. Well, if this thing breaks, ladies and gentlemen, this will be it for me today. And it did. Hey guys, welcome back to the table of contents. I just wanted to go over some of the actual contents that we used for making this video today. And obviously, the little Zebco 33 trigger spin, I'm biased toward these guys. I used to use them in the 80s, so I gravitate toward them.
and the Zebco is the kings of these guys. There are other versions out there by other people, and I've used them, but really Zebco, they started that ball rolling, so I love these guys. Anyway, the reel is nice, but the rod, you know, you got that telescopic thing happening, and they're great to pack away. They work really good behind the seat of the truck, under the seat of the truck, or in the trunk of the car, or whatever. And you never know, you know, you get you a small tackle box in one of these, you never know when you're going to pull up on that creek or that pond or whatever. And you know, hey, be able to catch a few little panfish and enjoy things. Camping, maybe that's it. Maybe camping, catch some fish, you know, do a little catch and cook thing. Anyway, you know I love these. If you can find one of them, get you one. $15.99 at Ollie's. You can't beat that to have something that legitimately works. Let's go on to some baits that we use today. Charlie Brewer, Slider, the crappie baits. Love these guys. They're really tough. They take a whole lot of abuse. Panfish can really, they can peck a bait to death, and these guys hold up, and I like that. That's what I like in a bait. This used both of these today, both colors. This was a June bug with a chartreuse tail, and then the gold with the metal flake, or chartreuse with the metal flake. Love these guys. Bass Pro Shops, Crappie Max. Love these guys too. I didn't use this one today. It's a larger version of the same one that I did use, and the smaller one is actually what caught most of the fish today. So their action is great. They're great baits. They're very well made. Here's a company that I found at Dick's Sporting Goods. This is Jawbone Tackle Company, and I love using these baits. I use them more for jigging for crappie and stuff like that. I have a 12-foot crappie rod that I use, and I use these more for that because that tail on there is really more for the dropping and the jigging and jumping up and down than it is for a retrieve. These are great baits for that. They work really well. The fish really like them. I've done really well crappie fishing with these guys, and I found them at Dick's Sporting Goods. So look them up if you get the chance. Here's a company that, well, here's the pink one that we used at the very end. Apex Tackle Company. I struggle with them because I can't find them. I got these on sale at Ollie's. I found them there. First time I'd ever heard of them. And I got them at Ollie's. I have several versions. This is a swim bait version that I really like. The only thing I noticed is they're kind of thin and they're kind of narrow, so putting the hook through, you really got to watch because you can come out the side of it by accident. You really got to watch what you're doing, or put it in your finger. Anyway, but Apex Tackle Company. I love these little baits. I tried calling the company, they have a few other intermingled conglomerates, I guess, but never got anything back, but I love those guys. The other thing is Sun Bicycle Company. Obviously you saw the bicycle, the Sun Rev MX, REV MX. It's a great bike. Started out as just a beach cruiser. Shimano Nexus 3-speed that I added to it and had to relace the hub into the rear wheel. I added the rack, the luggage rack. That was from Sunlight. I added the bag, which was also from Sunlight. Turned it into a tackle box. I bought the smaller plastic containers from Walmart for the baits to go in. The front sprocket gearing, that is old 80s technology, I guess you would say, and it can still be found. Had to make the gear smaller, but man, in first gear I can go anywhere I want to go on that bike. It is heavy. It's a heavy bike, but if you air the tires down, you don't know it. You can go right on through there. You didn't get to see it, and I wish you did. There were mountain bikers coming through there, and one of the guys even looked over and said, I'm going home and I'm selling everything I got mountain bike wise. This guy's out here on a beach cruiser mountain biking. Why did I spend all this money on a mountain bike? I didn't tell him that it was beating me to death, but you know, I just let the air down to the tires, and of course I got the shock in the seat pole. But anyway, Sun Bicycle Company, Rev MX, they make it in silver, they make it in black. I really want that silver one bad, maybe one day. And other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Gonna keep doing my best to keep getting better. And excuse me. And just remember, you know, people are hooked on a lot of things these days. They're hooked on this, and they're hooked on, you know, hey, and they're hooked on how you doing, okay, smiley face. You know, go out and get hooked on something else. And no pun intended, and maybe I'll use this the rest of my video career, but you get hooked on something, go out and get hooked on fishing. Get outdoors. See what's out there. See the real world. see some nature, see some trees, see some grass, see some water, see some fish, see some animals, whatever the case, but get outside. So anyway, on behalf of this episode, I say thanks for watching and see you next time.